thing. Let's see if it went through. I had to change the whatever. Yeah. Okay, cool. There we go. I'll just do something like that. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why I care about this. It's just like, I want to, I just want to do it, you know? I just want to do it. I just want to get it done. I've been thinking about this for so long. Oh yeah, Merlindrew. Okay, there's always the VOD, you know? It's always the VOD. Okay, that's fine. Look, you don't have to, you know? It's alright. Okay, this one's gonna be like a programming one anyway, so. Okay, I gotta turn the music up a little bit. I gotta hear it, you know? There we go. No copyright sounds. Thank you. Don't copy strike me. I did get copy struck. That first one I forgot that Restream doesn't respect the VOD channel. And I did get a copy strike on YouTube, so whoops. I should either use all AI music or I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I just want to go over this real quick. So currently, right, this is like the current thing. Is this gonna be like a quick one? Just a quick, you know, maybe 45 minutes, hour stream, okay? I just feel like it's just so long. Hattie Super, what's up? So this is like the first one, right? This is like the first version, and I honestly hate this. So what happens is you do this, and then when you do this, this becomes like font size 2 as a class.
Hello, Peter.
Right?
What's happening?
Welcome. PC Ho. Well, welcome. Well, yeah. Removing pre-roll ads? Let's do it. How do I get rid of all ads? Like, how do I do the ads? Disable pre-roll ads? Is that how I do it? Disable pre-roll ads when I run ads? Right? Am I not running ads? Oh, I am. Yeah, so I don't earn any money. So, like, honestly, I would be fine just not having any ads at all. I mean, I feel like it's just for Twitch at this point, right? Okay, so let me see. What are you saying? Metra Zanka, Deb. What's up? But yeah, no, I thought for sure that I didn't have pre-roll ads. Yeah, it's funny. I wanted to be an affiliate, but now I'm like, did I actually want to be an affiliate? Right? Like, does Twitch even run ads on non-affiliate channels? I don't even know if they do. Right? I feel like they just do anyway, which is kind of sad. All right. I mean, pre-roll ads make Twitch the most money, probably, right? Ordes, what's up? Oh, you just watched one? I don't know how to get rid of them. Look, I'm trying, all right? What's going on? I'm sorry for the ads. Like, I wish I didn't have any ads because no one's getting paid. Like, the only person getting paid is Twitch, and I don't really care about them, right? Like, let's see, background. And this one would be like Amber 500, and like this one would be like dark background Amber 500 or Amber 300. But the problem, I think the problem with this was that I was shipping a lot of CSS, and like it's strictly worse than Tailwind. And so I want to do, maybe I just don't care about performance, right? And I want to do like what GPUI RS does. Oh my goodness, Rust. We'll get there. So I want to do what they do, right? Which is like pretty cool. You just have this div, and then you just add stuff like this.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Or is that for the? I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry for the ads. Okay, there you go. There you go. Perfect. But I do like. I wish I didn't have any ads. Like, how do I be unaffiliated? Can I like be unaffiliated with Rust or with Twitch? Dark background, and this one be like gray 950, right? But I appreciate it, Orgaz. Thank you. Alacrity. You know it's got to be Alacrity. You know it's got to be. It's all Rust stack. That's what it is. So anyway, this is and then you sort of get this, and then it just builds the thing, right? So I think GPUI is like really cool for this, and so I want to do this, but I need it to be like a little less cool and more like CSS. So I have two like things that I could do, right? Rio's really good too. I can't remember why I swapped. Probably lack of tabs. Yeah, I have tabs, but only through macOS, right? So like, here's a tab, right? But yeah, I force macOS to like do a new window, and like I force new windows to be tabs, right? It's like that's the thing. Oh my gosh, Metruzanka, you were on YouTube and I didn't even see it. Thanks. Yeah, so I force macOS to do tabs. Like there's a setting in settings, and when you this is just a new window, right, in Alacrity. So if I go over to my Alacrity config, right, what do we have here? Oh, there's nothing special. Yeah, there used to be something special for this, but yeah, it's just normal. It's just normal stuff, right? And then macOS, you just tell it to always open all new windows as tabs, and it works across everything, Finder, everything, right? So yeah. All right, so this is kind of cool, but I just hate this. So instead, what I'm gonna do is like a weird hybrid, right? And I want to make, so I wrote a thing, and I hooked up to a Helix macro that if I copy and paste some HTML, it'll convert it into this, right? So it'll convert it into like the HTML elements of this. So like, so I'm just gonna keep going. So like if you paste some Tailwind stuff, hopefully I can like translate it into whatever I'm about to do right now. But I have two things. Have to give it a shot. I don't know if the other app's weird. Am I on Helix? You know it's Helix. You know it's Helix. Look at that. Look at this jump. Like, check this out. So I just did DW, right? So G, and then you go down the list, and then at the very bottom right here, right? It's got W, jump to a 2-character label. This is my favorite new Helix feature, right? Dimitrov. Yeah, I know. That's so cool. Look, I'm just, instead of just posting on Twitter, we can actually communicate in real time, you know? W feature, yeah, it totally is. So like if I do W, right? Dude, look at all the little things. Look at all the characters, right? They all change. Melky. You know what's funny, Melky? It's Rust. Okay? That's what's funny. So yeah, look at this. So all of these little thingies. So this is like, I mean, I know NeoVim has this with the plugin. NeoVim has everything with the plugin, and I'm sure VS Code has it too. But like, let's say I'm like, okay, I want to go down to that first like children thing right here, right? So I just do CD, right? And then it highlights it. Dude. Like, when I saw that, it was all over. Like, now I don't need to know any dumb like commands or anything. I still know them, but like all I can do is just like, that's it. Boom. Like, don't have to take my hands off the keyboard. It's incredible. All right, so like this is okay, right? But I have like two things that I want to do, right? Or two like styles of the thing. So we'll just make a new file, right? We'll just go over here, source, whatever, style, right? And then we'll mod it so that we could get some stuff, right? So just mod style, blah. Okay, so now like I have two different things I could do, right? So we'll make a test, right? First, we'll make tests. Can I just do this? Can I do this? There we go. We'll make a test first, right? Because like we're really engineers, you know? It's a real thing. And then we'll do like test, whatever, fn, it works, right? And then we'll assert eq, whatever, right? 1 is 1. Perfect. The test works. So this, now I gotta look for a NeoVim plugin. Yeah, I think it's called, in NeoVim, I think it's called Jump. Or I think it's called, like, Warp or something, or Teleport, or I don't know. No, teleport is the thing, or Telescope is the thing. TDD, baby. Yeah, exactly. So, like, I have two different things I can do. So, like, let me just, so the first thing I want to do is something like this. So you do div, right? We'll do HTML, blah, 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 blah. Right, so now I can do like a div, and then the first thing I can do is rip off GPUI. I don't know how I can't say that directly, right? So flex, right?
What? We just become best friends. Yep.
Fatoza, Marcelo, welcome. I appreciate that. Like, I'm sorry about the ads too. Like Twitch, I don't know. I was just complaining about this. Like, I don't know how to unaffiliate. Like the ads they just keep coming. But I appreciate the sub. I do. Thank you. So yeah, flex, and then I would do like gap, whatever. And like I think I'm just gonna do like rems here because I feel like pixels were a mistake, and we're just gonna erase all of CSS's problems. So like this is like one API, right? And then you just keep going, right? So like whatever. So like color, blah, blue, 500, dark, hover, whatever, right? And you could even do something where you like implement a thing and then it's like blue 300. So now you have like, this is equivalent to Tailwind's like text blue 300, text blue 500, right? And it's unfortunate though. This is like strictly worse than Tailwind, right? Because I'm doing stuff at runtime, right? Like this is the downside of this API, right? And so I know it's like, it might be premature optimization to think about like, oh, it should be a string literal and I should use regex like Tailwind does and like, scan the source code for like whatever. But GPUI is like, who cares? Let's just do this all at runtime. And it's, Z is fast. Like Z is super fast. So I don't know. We need compile time CSS generation. I know. Okay. So I don't know if there's a good way to do this. With a proc macro, right? There might be. If I force you to put this in a function like this, and then I loop through all the statements, right? So if I do this, like this is like an element, right? Or like a component, or like a view, whatever. And then I just go through all the statements, because like in a derived attribute macro for a function, you get a list of statements, right? And then and then you loop over each of those, right? And then what you do is you just go through all of the things. So the thing is that you can do this, but you can't rename these things, right? Or if you come up with new ones, I have to literally take it at face value. So yeah, like you can't like import them as like a different name because well, like I guess you could have custom ones. Look, I don't know. I'm thinking of all this stuff. Like I've thought about this for like the last few days, and I just need to stick with something and just do it. So I do like this API, and it does work. I have it somewhere. The other API is this, right? So this is the other one. So this is candidate number 1, right? The other one is this one. The other one is this candidate number 2. And so you do the div again, right? Codependent, what's up? So you do the div again, right? And this one you sort of just go like styles, right? So like the idea of Tailwind, and I think I'm just coming from Prime and Uncle Bob's stream. Uncle Bob. Oh man, it's so funny because I was into Clojure when he's into Clojure, Uncle Bob, and then I realized that if Uncle Bob likes something, I think he has bad taste. You know what I mean? So I was like, shoot, man. Like, I don't know. But he might be into Rust now, so I might have bad taste, you know? How was that, though? Yeah, Uncle Bob, like, the whole clean code thing, I mean, I hope Prime roasted him, right? He's never used Rust. Safety. Good taste. We got good taste. Give me those programming socks, baby. Blue hair's coming up. He said it on stream. Clean code? Oh, he's never used Rust? Okay. Do you talk about clean code, though? I hope that, like, the whole unit testing thing, like, it's so easy to roast Uncle Bob. Like, poor Uncle Bob. So, yeah, what else? So this, styles, and then you kind of just you could do, like, style, right? And this one, now you start from here, right? And this feels more like Java-y, which I'm not like a huge fan of. And then you do the same, you kind of do the same thing, right? Like blue, whatever, right? Blah, blah, blah. So this is, and then from here, you don't need to have these as like methods. Instead, what you could do is now you could do something like this, where like dark, right? And then you could do whatever you're gonna do, color, blue, 500, right? And then all of these things get prefixed, right? So like BG, black, whatever, right? So that's, I mean, that is a way. And this can be, this API can be like, you just do something like, you know, comp time. So you just do it, you just do comp time, right? And then it'll turn this into a string, right? And you can imagine what this looks like. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I like this one better, and I don't really care that it does runtime stuff, because if Rust is fast, if Rust is truly fast, you can do weird stuff that you can't do with something like Ruby, right? Like at runtime. He talked about tests and Agile and clean code. I think Prime handled the discussion really well. Okay. He behaved himself a little bit. I know that I saw a tweet the other day where Prime said he got blocked by Paul Graham because he said like your mom or something. Like it was like, well, the tweet was like, what is something 36 mil people use now, but like 5 billion people will use in like 20 years or something, or like soon or something? And it was like your mom. I was like, shoot, man, that's jacked up. That's so jacked up. But yeah, I mean, Paul Graham's like a pretty serious dude, right? I used to like clean code until I got some and realized most, ultra short functions. Yeah, it all depends. That's the thing. And there's no right way, right? What are we building today? He said the CC word. Clean code. Yeah, I know. Yeah. We don't want to say that. So yeah, I've built this already, but I'm just trying to decide what I want to do. I haven't done this part, and I'm not sure what API is better, right? Like, is it better to do this, which is what I have done, right? Which I like this better. So or there's another one, right? So I'm trying to like, how do I shove CSS into Rust for my ride web framework? How do I put it in Rust? Or how do I do it so that it works okay and like it's easy for me to do? And I don't have to write like it, because all these are constants now, right? They're all const fn new structs. And like this blue 500 is like this, right? It's like struct, and you have to do like allow lowercase or something, non uppercase, right? Where is it? There, non uppercase globals, and you do struct, or you do struct style, right? Or val or something, right? And then it has like something, but then you go pub const, and you'll like impl it, and you like pub fn or pub const fn, whatever, right? Like new, and then it gives you like a self, and then you do like a self, right? And then here you'll do like blue 500 is a val, and you'll do like val new, and you like give it the thing, right? And then this is probably here, and it says like S, which is a static stir. And then here you do like blue 500, right? And so like this is how it looks, but this is like scattered everywhere, right? And it's like namespace pollution, functional plus procedural all the way. Which one was that? Oh, and then the third one was this, like display flex, right? Gap one. And then like, so this literally translates into, this is the class name, display flex. And then this is the thing, right? And then this one's like gap one as the class name. And this is like gap one rem, right? So I don't have to actually do anything here. And it maps closer to like, to CSS directly. But yeah. Config and theme. I think this is Capuchin. I don't have any, sorry, the Antonio. I don't have anything, any cool stuff. Astra, what's up? Oh, same thing. OCUXW. Yeah, I don't have dot files. Oh, I have dot files. They're on my GitHub. Tailwind class names. I know. Yeah, I could, but then I need like a weird config, and I'm trying to get a. So let me just talk about this real quick. Like, hide the code. I know there's a command. Yeah, music going hard. It's something, you know. No copyright sounds. Oh, well, thank you.
Hello,
Welcome.
Peter. What's happening?
Yeah. So let me just talk about this. So I was doing Tailwind, like I was doing this, right? I was like, okay, cool, because I already have the HTML thing working, right? So I was doing this flex, gap one, whatever, right? Gap one, whatever, text color, whatever, right? Da da da. But the thing is, I hate the Tailwind LSP. It's super slow, and it's like weird, and it doesn't work that well. And also, so like I wasn't getting good autocomplete. I was like faster than the thing. And the second thing is, I don't like to have the Tailwind config in my thing, right? I mean, it's Tailwind 4 is better with the CSS instead, but yeah. Oh, that was my mod. Alchemist, I got rid of all mods except for Dylan's, I think, girlfriend? I don't know. I don't know who she is. Maybe wife? I have no idea. The significant other? Just implement your own TW into your framework. You're talking about like a macro? I mean, there is twist, right? Is that what you're talking about? Oh my gosh. There is this, right? Oh my gosh. Dude, it literally cannot do it. There, this. I mean, this does exist, right? But it still needs a Tailwind config, right? So like this is it. So like it does compile time checking of your stuff, right? Which maybe this is what I want, right? Because I did it for SQL, right? I did it for the SQL. You know, it's like I gave up on like, because I did Riz, and I gave up on like, how do I like, where's Riz? So I was just like, oh, this is cool. Like you declare your stuff, blah, blah, blah. It does some auto migrations when you call the things. And then now you have like your DB, and like you can make your structs and like insert values returning and like update set where blah 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 blah. Like so it's like it's a query builder, right? And it returns your structs that you're in control of, right?
Hello, Peter.
But I honestly gave up on it, right? Oh, welcome. Welcome. Workspend? Yeah. Why? Wait. You got me into Helix? Use it primarily? Yeah, Helix is great. Like, it's incredible. Give me mod just to troll Alchemist. There's only one mod. Well, and the bots. The bots are mods too. But yeah, maybe this is what I want, right? And I'll just use this instead. And then I don't have to do anything, right? But I actually don't like this about Tailwind. I really don't like this arbitrary stuff. It's really annoying. And they kind of leaned into it even heavier in Tailwind 4, but yeah. So yeah, there's this, but yeah, for now I'm just doing this, right? You just map an ident to a bit of SQL, and that's it. I don't have to worry about syntax or any of that stuff, right? Of course, I don't get any like autocomplete or anything, right? Which is the downside. That's kind of what I wanted to do here, is like have some autocomplete without the Tailwind LSP, but maybe I'm just splitting hairs at this point, you know? Maybe something like this is like, maybe the desktop people have it, you know? They have something nice like this, and us in the web, we can't have this. Maybe that's just what it is. I don't know. Like maybe Tailwind won, and I just have to admit it, you know? Turds feel like cruel world. I mean, I'm still like working on it occasionally. It's just a lot of work. Like it's that Alchemist, it's that thing. Where it's like, I mean, this is cool and all, but it's just a ton of code. Like it's a lot. I wrote a lot of code. And this, so the difference between this macro, right? If I go to the DB macro, so like this is still a lot, 900 lines, but like this covers all of SQL practically, right? There's some to-dos in here, but it covers all of SQL, right? There's no special things I have to do. Are you not using a Rizzle? I'm using my ride, which I put everything together. I'm using my mod. Oh. I think you're talking about the code. Yeah, I'm not using Rizzle. Like I'm trying to make this thing. Here, I'll show you. It's like it's like just a test for. Is this a test for like AI stuff? Like you draw something and it like makes it better. I mean, there's no prompt either. So it's basically like a bunch of macros strung together. It's like, here, let me do this. Actually, I changed this. This is now this. This is now this. This is basically the Axum router. Except you need idents for handlers, and then you don't need to do this anymore. And then this. Oh, hold on. Let me see. I got like half an hour left. Yeah. Okay. And then we do something like this, blah blah blah. Okay, so now this works, right? And there's also route. It's also called routes, which is not great. Oh, I have to update. I have to update the thing. But anyway, this is it. Oh, I also changed this too. I changed this to this, which I think is more accurate because you're like assigning an ident to like a bit of SQL, you know. So anyway, it's more like SQL and less like Riz, you know. There's less Riz, for sure. We can just delete this instead. We'll do this. And then we'll do this. Delete that. Turn this into this. We'll just do this all over. We'll just go. What do I do? What do I do? This. Ooh, that's not good. Maybe we'll just do it independently. It's fine. We'll just do this. Oh my gosh. There we go. So that's like how that works now. But yeah. And then you can sort of run your stuff wherever, right? And that routes thing actually makes a routes function. But yeah. I don't know. I just need to stop messing around with this and just go for it, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just need to stick to one API. But I think this is the one. Because I do know SQL, right? Which is fine. Oh, I also took that away too. Shoot, man. Returning runs. And then what is this? Files? Right, actually returning is fine. The problem is this right here. Runs. And then steps. I gotta qualify my stuff because it was like way too much work to try to. Oh, even for returning? Really? Did I really? Even for returning? Maybe, I guess. Let's see. Runs dot? Files dot? I guess it's internally consistent. Steps. What's this? Also, putting it all together in one macro is like kind of annoying because like the whole thing breaks, but what are you gonna do? So yeah. So there's I do some compile time SQL parsing, which is good, because like I can't, I'm not gonna run my like that was the thing that bugged me is like I already knew that syntactically the SQL was wrong, and I had to run it to find out, right? But the thing about the Tailwind stuff is like, what's the next thing you do after you write some classes, some Tailwind classes? You check the browser, right? So you need it to run to see if it like looks right. So it almost doesn't make any sense to have like typed Tailwind. I mean, it's like a nice to have, but it's not like necessary. Look, this is just the world I live in. Okay, I want it to be nice. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna do this. Where was I? I think I'm just gonna do this one. I think I'm just gonna stick with candidate number 1. It's weird and strange. But yeah, I guess like the thing I could do is like what someone was saying. I could literally do this, right? Which is like all Tailwind, right? So instead you just do text blue. It's just so many methods on just hanging off. There's just so many methods. But if I do this, right? Like I saw it in it's tailwind. I saw this, which this correct me if I'm wrong, but this is impossible in Rust. I tried this. This is it's impossible in Rust because there's no. I think you can do it with like an arena allocation or something, but I can't do this. I guess like it might be possible, but I don't think I can do this API. Like there's no way that you can. Where's like some stuff that doesn't move. Okay, like let's look at this for a second. So we can do a non-uppercase global constant, and it's a struct, and it has fields, BG blue. But the problem I think is that BG blue 500 recursively returns a new TW struct, right? Yeah, with the macro we could, but I'm saying just as this is now, right? Like just with normal Rust, because you'd have to have a box. This used to be a box, right? You have to box this up, box dine, whatever, right? Or you just have to box up the same thing to get rid of the recursion thing in a struct, because these are all fields. Technically, if these were not fields, you could do it, but it wouldn't look as clean, right? Like you couldn't, like if I did the struct TW, right? And then I said text blue 300, right? PX, right? And this has, what does it have? Either you do a reference, either you do a reference to TW, but it doesn't even like that, right? See, it doesn't like this. I mean, I could do this, but then it complains about like recursion, right? Able TW. Oh, I don't even need to do that, right? Because if I call TW, right? Even just implementing the thing, right, is the problem, right? If we do new self, and what do we do? Self TW. We do text, and we go TW. It's like a recursive. It has to be a box. Yeah, but it's like a recursive definition, even, right? Like even even trying to like write this out doesn't make any sense. So then I thought, oh, maybe I'll have like two structs, right? And like the one struct calls the other struct. But yeah, there's no way. Like this is some magic JavaScript stuff that there's no way I can do this. It's like a builder pattern. Yeah, it's a builder doo-doo. Write a compile time render, double check the tailwind classes. Yeah, like that exists already, right? Wait, what's happening here? What's going on? Abusing chat by not streaming. CSS, SMH. It's true. Look, I hate CSS. Like it bugs me. It's a getter. Yeah, I mean you could do. You could have a method, and I think a method where you just sort of like put, and you have like a vec, right, of like classes, right, and you do something like this. You could do that, right? And then you sort of just like push stuff, right? You just go like pubfn or whatever, right? And then these are not fields anymore. These are methods, right? And then you just do like a mute self, whatever, right? Can I get over the mute self? And then you just do like self, right? Self. And then you just like push classes, but that's so lame. I mean, I don't know, maybe that's what I'm talking about here though, right? That's exactly what I'm talking about here. I mean, I could hard code, but this is like hard coded Tailwind, right? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's what GPUI is doing. I don't know why I like this. Like, this is unreasonable. Like, I love this API, but I feel like it's really weird and restrictive too at the same time. I don't know. I just think it's so clean. Like, maybe let's just go for it, you know? I mean, but the problem with this is that GPUI doesn't have variants. There is no dark mode variant or hover or whatever. There's no like media queries or what have you, right? I fucking hate CSS. In JS, oh yeah. Does anyone love CSS ever? Yeah. Is that Tailwind? No, it's sorry. I keep talking about this. It's this GPUI.rs, right? That's what it is.
Hello,
Zen
Peter.
Garden.
What's happening?
Gosh, classic. Yeah, so this is Zed's UI framework they use to render all their controls and stuff. And I just want this. I just want this. We'll just do it, you know? We'll just do it. And so the thing I came up with is pretty gnarly. But yeah, basically, this is why I was thinking this instead, right? Because this like spells it out, right? So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Zed the editor. Yes, Zed the editor. How do you apply dynamic styles with that API? Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. This in GPUI, this is a desktop thing. So like it's just for macOS. So there is no like dynamic styling. This is not for the web, right? This is just for the Zed editor, right? Is apparently my age. 55. Have I tried Zed? Yeah, I love Zed. The only thing that I don't like about Zed is that I love the Helix key bindings. And like I'll use the Vim bindings, but I just feel like they're so wrong now that I'm like, I'll just wait until they have a key map that has Helix support, I guess, right? So they're working on it though. The Zed people are working, and once they have the Helix key map, I might just switch over like entirely. I'm not actually sure, but yeah, Zed is really cool. I also liked Atom back in the day, so I mean it's a personal failure of mine, but you know, Vim terrible, I'm out. Vim's not terrible, but like it's just the Helix ones just make more sense to me, right? Yeah, Range Bomber, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, like they have Vim, they have Vim key bindings in Zed. I would say honestly, like if you're using VS Code, Zed is better in every way. Like Helix silly squirrel. That's correct. That is correct, okay? Vim is insane. They have Vim is something. Ooh, this song is super annoying. My goodness. How long have I been streaming for? 37 minutes? There we go. Let's get rid of that. GD my way around a stone ice. You said to build it from source, not for Mac. Oh, for not Mac. Oh, for Linux. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're working on Linux too. What about iLadies? Also good. Also a good one. Okay, let's just do it, right? I'm gonna do that. I know that the Tailwind one is better. I get it. And I'm gonna try to do Tailwind stuff when I can. Like flex can be, this isn't changing, right? Like CSS display flex is not changing, right? That's like a standard. So I think I can make some shortcuts. But I want it to be more general than just like Tailwind, you know? And I want it to be something like, if you want something custom, you can make it yourself. Like if you want like a different color, you could do like RGB, like they do there, right? Which sort of undermines, it sort of undermines the stuff, but yeah. So anyway, this is how I would do it, right? So let's just do it, right? I got like 20 minutes left. I've done this like 4 times, and I have this code somewhere, and I should really just bring it in, but we'll start from here because I don't have this exact code. This one. It just feels like a lot. Like, it just feels not great. To me, personally, it's nice that it's more separate, I guess, from the HTML, and it makes the most sense, and it's the easiest for me to implement. But it's just nice to, like, just start... Because we really want inline styles, right? We actually don't want CSS. Like, no one actually wants that. Like, even the new scope thing. Right, I saw this the other day. Scope CSS, like you like limit the scope with the @ thing, and like you put a style tag in the thing. Where is it? No, this isn't even it. Here it is. So yeah, you do this scope, and then now you can like limit. That's what we always wanted, right? This is what everyone actually wants. Sorry for the light mode. And then what happens is you do something like this, right? Where like you HTML, right? And now not only can you scope your CSS, but you can also actually put style tags close to your HTML, right? I wish I could show you this. I don't even know where it would be, honestly. Where would this even be? Like, what even is this? There's just a really good example. Yeah, I guess it's not supported everywhere, right? Like Firefox, for example. Which, Firefox... I don't know who actually uses Firefox. I like Firefox still, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the scope thing is good, but it's still CSS, and like no one wants that. So yeah, maybe I just have to embrace that we want inline styles, but basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have two vex, right? So like here, we'll do this struct style, right? I'm gonna have like two vex like classes, or we're actually gonna have a thing where you can define like variables, kind of, right? And then there's like a name or something, which is like a static stir. So like, and then there's like variance, right? It's like a vector variance, which is what I did before. Which, look, this is not efficient at all, right? Like, don't. I love Sass. Cold float, no. Sass is. I hate Sass. What is this? Didn't you write a tailwind thing in Rust? I wrote a CSS macro that does kind of what I'm describing, but like it's still CSS. That's how Prime Bash got by Teach. Yeah, I saw that. Hates dark mode, so I'm having to write all the design blocks in light mode. Yeah, there's a lot of hate for dark mode, honestly. Trying to find a new job. I don't know, a lot of people don't like it. Like my boss also doesn't like dark mode. They just don't like it. So here's some variants, right? Blah, 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 blah. There'll be more, right? Like the rest of the tailwind stuff, I'll bring that in. But I think this is like a weird amalgamation of like inline styles that turn into classes on your element. And then also they get like swept up recursively into like this big vec, and they get deduplicated. And then you get the tailwind variants applied. Instead of having to do like media prefers color scheme or like media min width whatever. This is like the killer feature I think of Tailwind is like the variants, right? Because you can just do, instead of this 640 px or whatever, you can just do SN or like XL, right? And then whatever, you just keep going. And then you could do like dark XL, right? And this is like information compression, and I love that. Because now it expands to this, and the computer's doing work, which is good. Okay, so variance, and then there's also going to be one more thing, which is like the value of the thing, which might be a static stir as well, right? So then we could do this. We could come up here, right? And we could do impl, generate new, and then this is const, and then instead of all of this, which is crazy, we'll just do GW, okay, good. We'll come over here, boom. And then we'll come down here, we'll go, value is, oh, we're doing the value actually, right? Because what I want to do here, like let's say I do want to do this, pubconst, whatever, blue 500, this is a val, new, and I need it to be blue 500, right? No, I need it to be the actual value. Like whatever, right? This is not blue, but you get it. Yeah, something like that. Right? So we'll do, this is actual value, right? Value. There we go. Self name is, the name is, oh, I have to do that too. Blue 500, right? And we'll do dash, right? Dash. Yeah. And they can both be static stirs? Okay. And now you can like make your own, right? There you go. And then variance is just like whatever. Right? Boom. And this could be const. Becuz, right? Did I watch Fallout? Yeah, I watched Fallout. It was pretty good. I never played the game because I don't play games, but yeah. Gonna watch 3 Body Problem? Okay, have fun. Okay, so let me see. This is good, right? And like we can even make like a one for flex because it's not gonna change, right? But unfortunately, we can do this with a macro. We can do this with macro. I don't know if we need name. Now that I think about it. This one's... Oh, you know what? Maybe we need 3 bits of information, right? Actually, no, we just need 2. We can just do this. Display, flex. And that's... I think that's... But that's coming from the function. So yeah, we could just do this. And I think this... Because flex, the value is flex. Yeah, let's just do that. And we'll just do it with the, let's do it with the macro. Let's do the macro rules. I don't know, impl val or impl style or something, right? Or we just do style, right? And then we'll do this, blam, ident, and we'll do an ident, and we'll do like a stir, right? We give it a stir. Actually, let's just see what it looks like. Style, blue 500. Oh yeah, we need some value, right? And then if there is no value, it just is the value, right? Yeah. Otherwise, I do like, I assume it's this, right? Yeah, I think this is better. This is actually better than what I did before. So we'll do val, but then we'll also have one that just has an ident, right? And that like becomes the thing. And this is like a literal or like a stir. Yeah. And then this, we need a comma, right? Actually, do we need a comma? Or do we just need this? What is wrong? What is wrong? Do I do a comma with macro rules? Multiple? I forgot. Let's just try one. Pub const. Ident. Yeah, me. And then we could say stringify ident. Of course, it's going to be underscore, but that's alright, right? What I got? Oh, I got 13 minutes. Shoot. Stringify ident. Let's see. I mean, yeah. I mean, it looks alright. It looks okay. Stringify ident? And then the val, right? If there's no value, right? Let's do that twice. Try to match meta variable. Your face. What is this? Calling this macro? Oh, it doesn't like the 2, right? Something like that. Val stir, right? Otherwise, it does val, right? Val. What is wrong with this? Do I not have a macro rules anywhere else? What do I do here? Do I have 2 anywhere? Oh, it's not. It's this. There we go. Val should be like a literal. Okay. Is it? Expected type found literal? Expert? We'll do expert. Right. Val's an expert. Expected type found. Found something. Oh, right. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. What? Is that fine? Okay. Okay, so now we can do this. What is wrong with this? Found expression? Expected type? What is this? Free constant? Item without body. Ooh. That's something. Maybe, is this the way I want to do this? Or should I just assume that that exists? It's the most inefficient thing I've ever done. Expected type, found expression. What is this? Why would I expect to type? Oh. Mess if I actually did the right syntax. Wallet. What's up? From YouTube. What's going on? Okay. Yeah. Okay, here we go. This is better, right? And now you can implement your own styles, right? And these are not special. And so like flex is, the value is flex, right? And so from here, now we can do something like this, right? We'll do like a, just to test, right? We'll do struct L, right? And we'll do name, which is a static stir. And we'll do styles, which is a vec what did I call that? Val? Style is one more thing, right? Can you explain the line 8? Wait, I'm moving fast. What was the line 8 again? Where were we? Down here? Is that what we were doing? The macro rules? What are we doing? What's happening? So this one takes a val, right? And this also has something, like, it has something going on. This? Was it this? I'm gonna drink my coffee. I also gave up on tea. It's really expensive. But yeah, matcha is definitely way nicer, but the ceremonial grade, like, whew. Okay. So yeah, this is in Rust. This is called a macro rule, and so like if you imagine any programming language, imagine your favorite, right? Whatever you want. Let's imagine Lisp, right? You've got like a expression, right? And the expression says def x1, right? So like def, right? That is a like a keyword, right? It's we can also call it an identifier, right? So like in Rust, an identifier would be this, right? Hang on, we gotta do this. Allow non-uppercase syllables, make it look cooler, right? Okay. So yeah, there's each of these in the macro rules in the docs, right? Each of these is there's like one for everything. TT, which is like a pass through. Ident. There's I don't know. There's a bunch, right? Literal. There's stir, right? There's a bunch, right? Actually, maybe just literal. Anyway, so in a macro, you're like writing code that writes code, right? So what I want to do here is the dollar sign. Besides meaning money, it means, which Rust is on the money, right? No, it means this is just the variable name, and then colon, and then whatever the Rust token would be, right? So in this case, I want this to be a pub const. So I'm creating I'm making the macro call this code, right? And so like this is just a name, and this is the type, right? And the same thing here. So like in Rust, an expression would be this, right? It'd be like anything. An expression in Rust would be like you're calling a function, right? Like hello, whatever, right? Hello, right? That's like, this is like an expression, right? And then parts of this expression are like this is an identifier, this is like a paren token, and then like here's a string literal, and like here's a value, right? Yeah. So yeah, this is so in a macro rules, it's your variable that you're going to use in your macro, and it's like the type of the token that you're going to, because you're basically making strings, right? We're basically bashing strings together, right? So this is like the type of the thing, and it's like backwards, right? Or it's about the same, right? So this is like the value of the thing you're going to use in a function. It's the value of the thing, but for what do they call it? Hygiene, right? For hygiene, you have to use a dollar. You have to prefix with a dollar sign for the macro, because there's no other way that Rust will know what is a Rust token in your macro, right? It's like pub const is like legit Rust, right? And then this is like what gets inserted at compile time, right? So that's why you have to prefix with a dollar sign. Yeah. We don't actually want to stringify this. We actually want to do... Oh, no, we do want to stringify. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. It's okay. I do like this. So now I know that blue 500, right? Of course, I'm storing all this in memory, which is kind of a bummer. But it's just a static stir, so it's not horrible, right? I mean, I don't know if it's better or worse, because like Tailwind does this all outside your code, right? So it's definitely worse. But it's, it's something, It's something. All right. Let's see, how much time? 4 minutes. What in the world? Okay, so this takes a vowel, and this takes like, what else does it do actually? Oh, it takes a prefix, right? And the prefix could be, it could be an enum. I did that before. It could do an enum, and it could be like display, right? And it could be font family, right? It could be whatever the CSS rule is. It could be, right? So gap, right? It could be flex or display. All right, I have display. Color, which is text color, which Tailwind having text, like Tailwind's little tokens bug the crap out of me. Like text blue, this maps to color var blue 500, right? Which I could do too. Instead of storing the value in Rust, I could do that too. But the whole goal is to like get away. We're trying to get away from CSS. And we got like background, right? And we could just use that as like a catch-all. So yeah, here's some prefixes, right? And then so these map to functions, which I don't actually need an enum technically, but I think an enum takes up less space, right, than a static stir, because the static stir is basically like a string, which is I think like 24 bytes or something. I don't actually know what that is. It might be less. I have no idea. All right. So let me see. This blue flex, cool. What is it? What is this? Vec? What do I do? Style? All right, we got a Vec styles in the element. Oh my gosh. Public and new. We don't need new. We do need new. Actually, no, we don't even need that. We need display, right? And then we need a val. We also need self. We need self. Self.styles.push. Val. It's actually a style of display. Oh, maybe I should make this an enum. What's the point of putting the val in the thing? Can I just do, oh, they'd all have the same. Right? They'd all have vowels. Does that make any sense? I don't think that makes any sense. Maybe this API doesn't actually make any sense. Maybe I just mutate val instead, right? Instead of having two different things, that one has val and a prefix. Because now that I'm thinking about this, it makes no sense, right? I'd have to do this. Style, val. Oh, I guess it's fine. I don't know. It's probably fine. Prefix, display, right? Good? Okay. Prefix. All right. And then we have public new div, which returns an element. And we just go element. Whoop. Name. This is just for testing. I already did all this, but div. Okay, good. Bam. And then what is it? Styles is none. Right. Dude, we're getting into it. Let's go back up to test. We can get rid of all these candidates, right? Because we're gonna do. Actually, you know what? Not display. Actually, we will do display. But I think what we're gonna do is something like we're also gonna have flex too, right? you know, because we just want to, and this is just a val that we make, right? Or we could just call the flex val, right? Which is val's flex. There you go. So that saves us from that, and it looks cooler. So now you just do dot flex, right? And then there's no inner thing, right? Right there, I'm actually we're using our own div, right? Use super this. Very cool. There it is, div, and then we've got display flex. We don't need that. This is now gonna be gap display. It's still gonna be display flex. And then it's gonna be display flex, right? And then gap and color, which I mean, I wanna do the spacing thing, right? Where is element? Okay. Gap not found destruct. So yeah. Then I just have a macro that does all this, right? And I have a macro that loops through and that macro and makes all of these things, right? So I might actually create like just a big old list of, I might copy this from like the CSS spec and get all the properties and just convert that into macros that just exist in a file somewhere. What is this? Gap. And then this takes a value, right? Yeah. And it takes a value. Yeah, they're all pretty much the same at this point, right? The val is the only thing that's changing. But I actually want it to take a number, right? So I might make a trait, which I did before, called toClass, right? And the trait might just have a function called toClass, and then it takes self, and it returns a string, right? And this might do an impl toClass. This is a lot. I don't know if this is worth it. To tell you the truth, I'm still on the fence about this. Shoot. All right, we'll do trade toClass, and then we'll impl toClass for like a number, I guess, right? And then we could pass that to gap, right? And then we'll say val, or we could say to val, I guess. Like I'm skipping a step. Actually, do I even want vals? All right, I gotta actually, I gotta keep going. Shoot, man. Okay, yeah, I gotta get to work. Shoot. All right, well, dang it, man. I thought I could do something. Well, we did a little bit, right? If I get rid of gap, right? If I get rid of gap, what is wrong with this? Display is more public? What does that even mean? Oh, val. Pub. And then enum too, I guess, right? It's pub. And then we could do this too for this. Do pub. And then this one too, we'll do pub, right? Okay. Alright, can we do that now? Is that fine? Okay. If I just get rid of this, right, this might actually work. Expected found element. There you go. Bam. Alright, sweet. So yeah, this, and then I just have a macro that like runs through everything and makes all these functions for me. Yeah. I'm okay with this. I can live with this this API. I have to live with it. Otherwise, I'm never going to move on from this stupid thing. And I'm just going to do it like this. I don't even care. All right. Hey, thanks everyone for watching or listening, probably, for this one. This one was a coding one. You know, you never know. You never know what's going to happen on this stream. Could be entertaining. Could be a podcast. Could be anything. You know. If anyone's here, should I raid? Let's see. I'll just raid. Even if no one's here, I'll still raid. Always raid. Always be raiding. EBD. ABD. Let's see. Oh, Metame streaming. We'll do Metame. Let's actually see what's going on here. Let's watch his ad first. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not even sure why they chose this. API. ABR. Always be rusting. Yeah, it's also true. Oh, I got 10 seconds left. Yeah, I mean, this is, maybe this will solve my, maybe I should just try this. I don't know. The web is just, the point I think is that I want to just write everything in Rust, right? And I don't want to like sit here. I mean, this is such a simple language that maybe it doesn't matter, but yeah. I mean, that's why I like Tailwind, is because like it gets you away from writing CSS. Because I don't want to write 3 languages. And I also like HTMX because it gets you away from, it gets you into the hypermedia mode, right? Okay, let me turn this down. He's not even talking. This guy. Is he saying anything? Oh, the audio is not coming through. How do I do this? Sound is, there we go. There we go.
Right? I know. Now it's like you make noises going down, you make noises going up. Things popping, groaning.
All right.
The whole deal.
All right, it was fun. I'll be back next week sometime. Just watch Twitter, I guess.
A lot of times if I do like my morning stretches and exercises, I'm
wonder if
fine.
I could make like a YouTube video
for a lot longer.
I somehow doubt it. Right? I mean, maybe the macro thing, right? It could be. Maybe.
Rainy day.
We'll see.
Could be part of it.
All right. See you later. Bye.